Welcome to the Goat Show, the show where we celebrate all things great. I don't even think we're going to debate nothing today. I don't even know if there's even going to be a debating of things that are great today. I think it's just going to be a celebration.
No, it's just a great day.
It's just a great day. For anybody
I feel a little more free today. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, for sure.
A little more American.
Feel a little bit more relieved. How about that? That we're not totally
even my chickens made bald eagle noises this morning, bro. Like it's an extra American morning.
For anybody who, I mean, I don't think there's anybody in the world who hasn't heard that this morning, Donald J. Trump has not only has he won re-election in the United States after 4 years of being we'll get into that, but not only has he won re-election, he won it pretty hardcore, humongous landslide, completely trounced, shellacked, smashed Kamala Harris in the actual electoral vote in the states, to the point where he didn't even have to get most of the battleground states. That's how badass it was. He didn't have to think about Michigan. He didn't have to think about midnight ballots. It was that hardcore of a win. And on top of that, he got the popular vote. So he popular with the people. This is what the people wanted across the board. And also, he's got the Senate. I believe he will have the House as well. He will have the Supreme Court, and he will have, so he's got it all. It's all red, baby. So it's really up to him and the crew to mess this one up.
52 to 44 in the Senate.
Wow.
201 to 186 in the House.
Wow.
27 to 23 governor results, and
Wow.
292 to 224 right now for the presidential results.
Dang, look at that.
And he's looking like he's gonna get AZ and Nevada.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I'm really interested in here, and I wanted to take you guys into this because this is where I'm at, is with Phoenix being so heavy on Trump. I'm really interested that Carrie Lake is, she's down by 100 and she's closed the gap a little bit, but she's still down a good amount. We got 61% reporting in Arizona.
Do you believe that's an accurate voting tally?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why people would vote red down the ballot and not Rubin and not Kerry, over Rubin. Because
right.
A lot. If you voted Trump, then you probably just voted red all the way down.
Is Rubin's the incumbent, obviously, right? Or is it a new race, a fresh race?
No, he's running again. It's the second time.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Is there a Latino thing going on there with Rubin compared to Lake?
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I just don't see it. I feel like she's loved by a lot of people in Arizona.
Yeah.
I really hope that this shows that we shouldn't be voting based on skin color.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's kind of interesting. I think you're a little blurry, Fresh, from what I'm seeing. So from what I've seen, there's one little chart. I don't know if I can send it to you, Deezy, or whatever. But
hey, dude, wait, hold on. We got to give Bernie Sanders his flowers, bro. He's still out there pushing. Look at that. He took Vermont with a.
He's still rocking it.
Still rocking it, bro. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at his ass, dude. It's crazy.
It was a kind of a bizarre. I'll be fair. I mean, it was a kind of a bizarre. I mean, from the voting results, it's a little bizarre. So there are a couple of people that are new voters, from my understanding. In Pennsylvania, the Amish showed up, and they
180,000 of them.
Is that accurate? I'm hearing different numbers on that, but
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing I don't know. Some people are saying that it was like 80 and 90,000. Some people say it was less. I'm not sure. But I think your camera's fuzzy again, Fresh. It's going in and out of focus. Yeah, it's going in and out of focus. I don't know. Figure it out later. But yeah, so the Amish seem to have shown up. So that was kind of one element of that. But really, well, and then the other thing is they're saying, listen, white women get a bad rap. We like to think that white women are Kamala supporters. But according to the numbers, white women showed up for Trump. They didn't show up for Kamala. Black women showed up for Kamala. White women showed up for Trump. So you can't be talking bad about these white women anymore. You can't be saying these white women are all crazy and cat ladies and all that. It's they showed up for Trump. So you got to give white women credit. You got to give the white man.
All right,
white
let's
man
see
caused this as well.
Let's see what NBC said. Yeah, 40.
Right, white men were what?
41% Democrat.
Were blue. Yeah, so 51% of white males, and then how many white women?
Oh, I guess it doesn't break down specifically by sex and race. White men, 37%.
Yeah, so white men voted for Trump 68%. Voted for white women voted 57% for Trump. I don't know. This African American outreach kind of felt. I thought black men were going to be a big part of this thing. It looks like based on the numbers. Well, I guess they went up like 10% or something. So maybe that's a big difference.
Brother, what's the percentage of black people in America?
Right.
Like that's the percentage of total voters.
One thing I do want to say is that just because they are a Democrat or a Republican does not mean that they voted with their colors. So a lot of this does not matter. NBC News. I was looking for some charts, that kind of showed the demographics of the voters, but I guess we don't have that data yet. I'm sure we're going to have it in the next, week. There will be a full turnout of who voted for what.
Well, let's talk about this. So, and then also the other narrative that they're saying is that Hispanics showed up big time for Trump. They don't give a fuck about no illegals. So, say what you will. That's the narrative I'm seeing online. But I guess my question to you guys is what went wrong with Kamala? What happened? What specifically? There's got to be at least one thing that didn't go right for good old Kamala. What do you think that? I know there's a lot, but what do you think the number one thing is?
I actually think that the number one thing that she didn't do is she did not platform any strong women. She got Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B and Beyonce and whatever, but she didn't get any women of accomplishment in other fields other than entertainment. So she didn't speak to or bring up any black women. And if you want to come for me for saying that, that's fine. But I mean, Cardi B was like drugging and whatever men. So I don't consider that like a good representation for black women.
I mean, part of it, I think you made a good point in the sense that like, where was the squad? No Ocasio-Cortez, no Rashida Tlaib, no what's her name? Was it Omar? Whatever her name is. You know what I'm saying? And that's a little. Because Trump won Michigan. And he won Michigan because of the Arab community there. And it's kind of like, wouldn't you hit that Arab community with a little Rashida Tlaib action? Wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems a little weird that none of the squad was really helping Kamala do anything. And I remember
that was a huge part.
Yeah, I remember what's her name, Ocasio-Cortez. She kind of came out and said, "Hey, they're doing all these maneuverings in the background to get people in, and they're not even talking or asking anybody, and it's all leadership trying to sneak one past them. So I think they kind of snubbed her, it seems like, because they didn't have an open election, which I think is a big issue. They did not have an open election to actually elect somebody in. You know, she was picked, and I'm a little confused why they picked Kamala in the first place. You know, to be honest, like when now that she's lost, and I can look at it objectively without trying to wonder things. I'm just like, why would you pick this person? Like, if you had Gavin Newsom in, I mean, that might have been a really competitive race. And then the other thing that's weird is why didn't she pick why didn't she pick what's his name, Shapiro of Pennsylvania, to be your running mate? Like, that seems like a no-brainer. Popular Pennsylvania, governor or whatever, pick him as your running mate. Like, why didn't she pick that dude? She picked Tim Walz. So there's kind of weird things going on. You know what I'm saying?
Seems like it was destined to fail from the start.
Look, if you break down each state, even if it's a blue state, it's not really that blue. There are just big, like, cities where people are stacked on each other, and they have like historically been blue cities.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people that are voting blue in those cities, right? Like, it is still, like, population wise, sure, but landmass wise, like, absolutely not.
Well, wait till we get the numbers back when we can click on San Francisco and see how much did Trump lose by in just that count, like in that county,
right.
And then you can really make an idea, like, oh wow, he lost, but it wasn't by that huge of a number. He won the popular vote by a significant amount.
Yeah, the popular vote is unbelievable. Okay, so let's talk about this. I guess we'll just hop around because it's a live stream. We're just kind of going as we go. But it's a little. So I was watching. I had two things going on, or three things going on last night simultaneously. I had our text chats. No, four things. I had our text chats. I had Twitter on my phone. I was cycling between Alex Jones and one person who may not be named, and another person for like the base take, and then on the TV I had MSNBC on because I wanted to see the meltdown.
Are you talking the America First?
American First. I had an American First gentleman. Alex Jones was doing his thing, which was entertaining, and who else was I looking at? And then Tucker had his interviews and stuff. So I was cycling 5 different forms of informations going all around the place. All right, well into the late night hours. But MSNBC was good in the sense that they had, I think, my opinion. Listen, hey, I'm going to toast. I know we're not supposed to toast, and I don't have any water here, so I got to toast with my health shot. Shout out Sodi if you want to, sponsor the show. We got you. I'm going to give a sip for them.
Yo, MSNBC, I was watching them too, but
yeah,
I will say, their demeanor, bro. They were just like their dog got shot, bro. Every newscaster was just like they got spanked by their parents, dude. They look so sad. Yeah. And they were just like talking like, well, it looks like Kamala just, really didn't get her boots
really
on.
That surprised though. I mean, Kamala was
no, but that's what happens when the woke mind virus dies, bro.
They lost all of their fucking passion. They just
lost
like this.
I think the biggest blow was the popular vote. That was the one that got them the hardest. Because the last time he won, it was always like he got the electorals, but he didn't get the popular. This time he got the popular vote, and it was like a clear mandate, as we like to say, that we need to stop all this identity.
The people have
bullshit.
Spoken.
Yeah. I want to read one thing, actually, that was so eloquently written that I think I do agree with. Let me pull it up here.
While you do that, I want to say that Donald Trump lost New York by less than 1 million votes.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So that's something to consider. And California, they're only halfway done reporting, but he's down by 1.6 million. So he's got a bigger loss there in Cali, but we'll see when the numbers come back. New York's pretty much 97%. He lost by less than 1 million votes in New York, which is in New York City.
Yeah,
You know, that's
it's really
not
just
that
New York
many.
City.
Not,
Like probably the rest of the state is with him, or maybe Buffalo. I don't know. I might have gone against him, but let me just read. Stephanie Tyler is her name, at Wild Bear Step with an F at the end. We can put it in the notes or something later on. But she wrote this. She wrote, fuck DEI, fuck your pronouns, fuck your woke agenda, fuck men and women's sports, fuck your open border, fuck your safe spaces, fuck your trigger warnings, fuck queers for Palestine, fuck defunding the police, fuck your dishonest MSM, fuck your bloated democracy, fuck your war on merit, fuck your selective outrage, fuck your climate hypocrisy, fuck your big tech censorship, fuck your Tesla hating, fuck debt forgiveness schemes, fuck your victim culture, fuck your manufactured crises, fuck your big government outreach, fuck your cancel culture mob, fuck your education indoctrination, fuck your performative activism, fuck your assault on free speech, fuck your surveillance state, fuck your anti-family policies, fuck your erosion of accountability, fuck your undemocratic primary process, and fuck your opportunity economy. Bam.
tell it.
Bam. I mean, I think that all those things that she mentioned, and I think there's even more things. Like I think all those things this was a referendum and all that stuff. I think people are sick of all that. I think identity politics people are sick of, all this bullshit, transgenderism shit, and all that. I think everybody's kind of sick of it. And I think, I don't know, economics, real stuff, inflation. I feel like they just did. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like Kamala didn't talk about anything. Literally.
That's another thing that was probably a huge downfall, is that she didn't talk about anything. She just kept saying, well, I'm not Trump. I'm not Trump. I'm not Trump. Trump this,
Right.
Trump that, Trump this, Trump. What the fuck are you going to do, simple bitch? Like, just answer the question.
Right. I think the other thing is that she didn't have any support amongst real old school Democrats, because like the RFK Juniors and the Tulsi Gabbards are on Team Trump. So I feel like, and even then the technocratic tech guy Democrats, probably from back in the day, although most of them are San Francisco, but you got Elon on your team and David Sachs and sort of the All In podcast crowd supporting you. I mean, yeah, she did not have. I'm amazed that she has the amount of votes that she does have. Like, I'm actually really shocked that she has that many votes. Like, it should be like 30% max, or I mean, I don't know.
Well, listen, I actually, if you look at the way the votes worked out, it actually looks like those 20 million votes that they brought in last time didn't go anywhere. It's just that they also lost 20 million votes to Trump.
Okay. Because some people are looking at, so I don't know if you can bring up the chart, Deezy, but some people, they're noticing something. They're noticing that, last election, oh no, I meant there's a chart that shows on Twitter where it's like how many votes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was actually just looking at that, but the big thing to note is like there's still a lot of votes to come in.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, this is just even the votes that we're looking at. But 2016 it was around about 60 million something total votes, I think. I think 2012 was the same. It's about 60 million votes. And then 2020, for some reason, a lot of people were really passionate, Fresh and Deezy. A lot of people were really passionate in that election. 80 million total votes, the most ever. We can't believe it, how many votes there were. A lot of those, Joe Biden carried in significant numbers, and then this time
to the booth himself, he carried them.
And then this time around, so far there's been, I mean, maybe you're right, Deezy. Maybe it'll hit 80 million once they count all the votes. But right now it's about same range, 60 million some votes cast, right? I think they've counted the number of votes. They just haven't tallied who gets what yet. So the totals this time around were about what it was in 2016. And everybody's asking, a lot of Democrats are asking, which is funny enough. A lot of them are asking, well, what happened to that those 20 million votes that went to Democrats. And how is it possible that Kamala Harris did not carry a single county better? Yeah, look at that.
But you
Isn't that
see
a
the
little
Trump
interesting?
votes. You see how the Trump votes are so much higher. So I'm not saying that like it's even the 15 or 20 million, but I am saying that like some of those votes you can see where they went. They went red.
Right. But it certainly wasn't. I mean, if it went all red, you know, you would see a flip, right? You would see, you know, the red what do you call it? The red bar in the last go all the way up, and the blue bar go, you know, be where it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people are saying that a lot of people sat this one out, apparently.
Yeah, well, they died 4 years before the last election, so of course they have to sit this one out.
A lot of 20 around about 20 million people, I think, decided that they just were not enthused enough about either candidate to cast a vote, and they
Too
sat
dead
it
to
out.
vote in this one.
I'm curious to see what the end numbers are. Because I can't find anywhere.
They're still counting Arizona and California and all that, or is it done? Are we done?
Dude, you know what's crazy is last night before I went to bed, I think it was at 61%. They still haven't updated that shit since last night. What the fuck's going on, bro? Count that shit.
Arizona doesn't certify until everybody else does. So
Really?
Alaska needs to certify. Nevada needs to certify. Maine just certified though.
Well, I'm just talking about reporting the votes.
Yeah, they don't
The number of
report.
votes.
They don't
Oh, they don't?
report until everybody else is done.
What?
Yeah, check it out.
Well, regardless, I think it's pretty gangster that, I mean, and no offense to Arizona or anybody living in these other swing states, but it was so gangster that it didn't even matter. Like Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, that's a wrap. Throw in a little Michigan action, it was done deal. So, yeah, it's crazy.
It really didn't matter.
So yeah, there's a lot of I've seen that a lot on Twitter and Reddit. The question, liberals are questioning what happened to those 20 million voters from last time. Have they abandoned all parties? Are they independents now? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Like we'll find out where they went.
And like
on the next episode of From.
Let's look at Oregon, bro. Look at this. Look at this fucking county right here, bro. Portland.
Oh damn.
Like Oregon is not blue. Right? People are tired of the bullshit. Portland is just as much as of a shithole with the crazy politics that San Francisco is. Last time that I was there, bro, the homeless, it was out of control. And no disrespect to anyone out there in Portland, but goddamn, I get it. We got a problem out here in Arizona too. But
can you click on Cali real quick? I want to see what the distribute. Yeah, look at that. It's literally just the coast, man.
And I want to be able to click in by county and see the vote counts because I'm really curious about San Diego. It's my hometown. I'm curious to see what people are voting there.
It's pretty wild. Really, I mean, it's really not even in these blue states that we're seeing. It's really like let's say, I mean, it really is mostly red. It's just these pockets of urban centers where things get
New
distorted.
York, Buffalo.
It's just where there's, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why, people living in close quarters with one another in the city are so eager to vote blue. But
it's because to live in the city, you have to have a certain level of socialist mindset, I think.
All right.
And then it's and I think that like, because a lot of things are communal in cities, right? Like I don't own anything in my building. Like for me to do laundry, I got to share it with my neighbor. For me to like go out and enjoy the grass, like it's in front of my apartment, but that's everybody's grass. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Wouldn't people just vote how they feel and then not say anything? Pretend? I guess a lot of people don't do that.
But I think that people get brainwashed, bro. Again, like to also to want to move to the city from outside, I think it's a brainwash.
Yeah.
It's not better. Like you're
Yeah.
just things are just maybe closer, but what's better about like
Right.
objectively better about the city? Right.
I think about that a lot lately. Like if I got married and had kids, it's like, why would I want to live in, you know, I think suburbs make sense, you know, but the idea of like living in close quarters with other people when you have kids, it's like, nah.
But I'll be honest with you, I don't even think like suburbs of Toronto make sense. I think like suburbs of a small city. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
right.
like a metropolis, like the I don't know, just the people, the energy, the traffic, it's just gross, bro. I don't feel like it's not conducive.
I can
to a
understand
healthy
like you
environment.
get it. I can understand you get a job and then you're kind of stuck, you know, with it, but and you don't want to commute, which can be a nightmare in places. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know. But all right. Well, listen, Trump done won. He's won everything. I mean, it's a mandate. It's like public. He's won the popular vote. The Senate is red. It's looking like the House is going to be red. So Supreme Court is what it is. I mean, there's literally at this point, there's nothing stopping this guy other than a bullet or some kind of crazy shit like that. There's nothing stopping this dude from getting in there and getting to work. All right.
Hey, she even called him and congratulated him. At this point, she's called.
Okay, one thing. It says everything that last night when she knew she lost. I think this is I don't know. I almost feel like it should be illegal. You know, her supporters are out there; they're feeling
It's
demoralized.
unfucking presidential for damn
presidential,
sure.
And she doesn't even go out and say, "Hey," you can't even give a speech like,
"Thank you for supporting me, guys. I appreciate all the love and support that you've given me throughout this time.
No,
I'm sorry that we didn't do it. We'll get them next time, boys." Like, no.
I mean, Trump at least had a courtesy.
Y'all, I'm out.
Trump
she bought a bottle of wine and an 8-ball of cocaine, and she said good night. She went home.
Emhoff, get the 8-ball ready. I'm on my way, baby. We could do coke freely again.
Man,
they're gonna bring real coke back to the U.S.
So, if anybody doesn't know, you know, she lost last night. There were a bunch of students and supporters that were at her alma mater, Howard University, waiting. You know, they started getting the results in. They started cutting off the sound. They started playing the good tunes, Glorilla, maybe a little, maybe a little Beyonce. I don't know. And then, you know, she had her campaign manager, co-chair. Had him come out. To be fair, Hillary Clinton did it first, so it's a move now. You know, but she had her campaign chair, a man. You know, she had a man speak for her. He mansplained to the people how she wasn't going to do shit. She wasn't going to come out and talk to anybody. So there's your I'm speaking now. Well, where were you last night, motherfucker? Like, who's speaking
You're not
now?
Speaking now, bitch.
Well, I mean, check it out. There's a question you got to ask, right? Like, you remember how long it took to get the results last year? Or not last year, but last election cycle?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Overnight, over a course of hours, we knew. So what happened in 2020?
Well, I will say this: it seems like credit needs to be given where it's due. So remember when Vivek went off on Ronna McDaniel, the previous, you know, she was the head of the Republican Party, RNC or whatever, and he just trashed her and publicly on the debate stage. He trashed her, and I think she was quickly removed. And I think Laura Trump was the replacement, if I'm correct. I think she was the replacement for it. And this guy Scott Pressler, who's been around a long time, I remember him from 2020. Man, Scott Pressler, apparently his ground game, the shit he did and set up in Pennsylvania was second to none. That's how he got the Amish. That's how he got a lot of other people. But she apparently did a great job of getting a bunch of lawyers ready to go and getting a bunch of I think she said, I have to find it, but she said there's a couple of 100,000 poll watchers. And is she coming on live? She about to hop on?
It's already been done, bro. But we
Oh,
can
shit.
watch it if you want.
What'd she say? Let's watch it. Let's see. What'd she say?
Listen. Are they playing Beyonce?
I don't know who this is. Ooh, look at Tampon Tim. Yo, what is that thing, bro?
Oh my God, goth princess.
Hey, yo,
Beautiful
bro.
goth. Wait, how old is she?
That hairline is horrendous.
Oh, there's
He
Hillary.
does not look. Yo,
Is that
he
Hillary?
looks.
Tim Walz is like the. I don't. In hindsight, it's like, why would you pick this dude? Like, why wouldn't you pick Shapiro?
Bro, in hindsight and foresight,
I mean,
in
yeah.
fucking in my red dot sight, all bad choices, bro. Boo!
Boo. Let's see. Where's she at? She drunk? If she's touching her nose a
sure.
bunch, you know what that
It
means.
took her a while to come out. She's like, "Fuck, hold on, let me hit this. Let me hit a bump real quick."
Baby, you got something in your nose.
All right. Yeah, she's doing all right. She's putting on a happy face. Okay. Okay now.
Get rid of the bulletproof glass. No one's trying to kill
Get
her.
the fuck out of here, bro. You already lost. Why would they want to shoot you now?
Listen, at this point, I'm just gonna rate just her ability to put on a happy
listen.
face.
Good afternoon.
What if Joe Biden dies
afternoon.
before inauguration? She still would be the first woman president. She would automatically be president of the United States.
So what's your rating of her happy face, ZiLLY?
I think it's good. It's solid. It looks natural. It doesn't look too put on.
Everyone. Good afternoon.
Let's see.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me say.
Oh, she's doing Indian
and
hands?
I love you back.
All right.
And I love you
We got
back.
it back.
So let me
bro,
say.
it's a normal Kamala, no accent.
My heart is full today. Full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me. Full of love for our country. And full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for. But hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
All right, she got it. She throwing that light of America's promise out there. All right.
As we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting.
I don't know. This sounds similar to Donald Trump's. Yeah, this sounds
to
similar
my
to
beloved
January
Doug
6th.
and our family,
If this starts a riot,
so
is she going to go to
much.
jail?
To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support.
Womp womp.
To Governor
Trump,
Walz
bro.
and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue.
Walz? I thought it was Waltz. It's Walz?
And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials.
Working them polls.
I thank you. I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran.
Did she just thank strippers?
And the way we ran it. Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future.
Okay, not too bad. A word salad, you know.
And we did it with
check
the
it out.
knowledge.
She did you watch Trump's acceptance speech last night when he came out at his HQ?
I did.
Well, there's a lot of similar words going on here. So I just want to point that out. Right.
Okay.
All right. Continue.
Hey,
This is
listen, we
after.
got, take the best, leave the rest. That's a philosophy.
I just want to say, bro, that I want to take a little bit of credit for this dub, because for every time that she said what can be unburdened by what has been, I said it too, so that we could be unburdened by this bitch. Okay. So I did the chant as well, and we got rid of her.
Yeah.
That we
I
all
wonder
have
if the
so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must consider the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Well, you better, after everything you fucking said, bitch. For the last fucking 4 years, you better just fucking pass the
of
baton.
American democracy
Shut the
is
fuck up.
that when we
Don't
lose
leave
an
no
election,
bags of
we
coke
accept
behind.
the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time,
Or just let the
in our
tears go.
nation,
Like you can hear the cracking.
we
Just let them
owe
go.
loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
She pulled the Constitution card?
Wait,
Man,
what?
She going for
Her
And
and
broke.
Constitution
loyalty
are
to
friends?
our conscience and to our God. My
She pulled the
allegiance
God
to
card.
all three
What?
is why I am here to say.
Okay, no, hold on. No, hold on.
She pulled the
hold
Constitution and the God card.
I just want to know, where the fuck was this Kamala the whole fucking election cycle? Because
I think
this
she's letting
Kamala,
loose, bro. I think she's
bro,
like,
that's
you know what?
I'm gonna tell you, this makes it even more rigged to me, because this is a competent woman, and she's been nowhere to be found for the whole
Is it?
fucking election.
Where's
It seems like it, at least.
Where's the
This is the
teleprompter?
most I've.
Oh yeah,
It
where's the
doesn't
teleprompter?
matter.
It's on that thing right there, on
No,
both
that's
sides.
those are glass.
Oh, are they? No, the little
No,
thingies.
those are. I'm pretty sure those are protection plates.
Yeah, that's like Kevlar or some shit.
Oh, I see.
While
I
I
don't know about this
concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
That's all right. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Right, what does that mean?
The fight for freedom, for
Are you gonna run again?
opportunity,
She pulled the freedom
for
card.
fairness.
Oh my gosh. She pulled the Constitution card. She pulled the God card. She pulled the freedom card. I don't know. This is a solid. She going for broke, man. This is a solid concession speech. I'm at like an 8 right now. You got to drop the big 3. You know what I'm saying?
Kamala leaves the Democratic Party, goes Republican, takes Trump's words and says them better, and then comes back to take a
Kamala in red 2028.
She's going to announce that she's now joining the Trump administration.
Bro, could you imagine? Red Kamala 2024. Who would have thought?
And the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation. The ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up.
All right.
Okay. Sailing it
I
out.
will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations.
Oh my
where
gosh.
the women
boss.
of America have
She's
the
dropping
freedom
the
to
dreams,
make decisions about their
ambitions
own.
card.
All right.
Listen,
But the
I
question
also wanna-
is
go.
where that's exactly like Trump's platform. Like, so what are we talking about here?
I mean, I thought she was going to come out and be like, equity, equality, Marxist stuff, but she's not. She's floating the whole, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to appeal So I mean, it's pretty good concession speech so far. That's what I gotta say.
There's
All
a
right.
voice underneath her voice, and it kind of sounds like a guy's voice. So I just want to say that when we're done this episode, I will be taking this episode and separating the audio. And this little guy is saying the words she's saying, but saying them first.
She has the earrings.
We're hearing her earpiece.
I mean, so far she hasn't said anything
and
about
not have their government.
She hasn't said anything about equity. She hasn't said anything about racism, sexism. She hasn't done any identity politics. So far, this is a pretty solid concession speech. But continue.
Government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence.
Oh my God! Wait, pause.
And America, we will never give up.
She pulled the gun violence card and the safety of our neighborhoods card. She's going R next time, man. She wants a spot in this administration.
For our democracy.
I'm gonna start having Republican Kamala prompts and Grok and see if you can see what it pops out for me.
And for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld.
Oh my gosh. Talking rights and freedom? Oh my gosh.
Bro, who is this Kamala?
She might have got my vote.
She
giving this speech the whole time.
She showed up today, but like this person has not been here this whole election.
I don't know. Maybe those puppet strings are cut now. We'll see. Please continue, Deezy.
And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect.
Oh my
by
gosh.
Looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor.
Pause.
By
Kindness and respect.
Our...
She's got a deck of 7 cars. She just freaking has drawn. Dang.
This is Republican. This is super Republican Kamala right here. So if she comes back,
hey now, this is a kids program here.
No.
For strength,
continue
to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work. But like I always say, we like hard work.
Oh shit! The
hard
accent
work.
Switch. What,
bro?
Put it back, Deezy. Put it back. The accent. She couldn't help herself.
Like I said.
Put it back. Let's get sassy. Let's hear the accent.
Where
switch.
we start out has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld.
Right here.
Yes.
And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work.
Yo, hot take. Maybe she's been just hiding the accent, you know? Like,
maybe she's been hiding the
maybe
auntie.
she just had putting on her work voice. You know what I'm saying?
Auntie Kamala been putting on that work voice.
Bro, she fucked up. In my opinion, she fucked up. She should have just embraced all the shit. Yeah, like she just sat there and shut up, and that wasn't a good look.
Let's hear it.
Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it.
Put an R on her. She's cooking. She's cooking.
To the young people who are watching, it is. I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed. But please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before.
Hey, she's laying it out, man. This is like an 8. I mean, being objective,
Bro.
8 concession speech.
Absolutely, but a 10 for a Kamala speech.
Yeah.
A 12 for a Kamala speech. I've never heard her say it.
She loses fucking half those points because she had to do it the day after. She couldn't even make this fucking.
That's true.
Announcement.
You gotta say,
No matter how great it is, she did this like an hour and a half ago. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah,
she didn't even do it in the morning. She could have done it at 10 a.m. She could have done it early.
Yeah, like I don't want to say anything crazy anti-woman, so I'm just not going to respond because, like, this is. Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
I got a video for you guys. We can watch
have
the
the
media
capacity
react
to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves.
But why'd you just throw up your hands?
Oh, she threw a little bit of that roll.
This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice.
Mobilize.
I voted for her yesterday if she had done this before the thing.
Shut up, Zilly.
Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw
I might have forgot all that
people at some of the worst
shit.
times in their lives.
Yo, you know what she hasn't said once? I grew up in a middle-class family. She hasn't said it once.
Wait, it's not over yet. Just play it. Let's hear it.
People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars.
Hey, that's pretty. Stuck the landing on that. I think that's solid. That's solid.
The light. The light of optimism.
You a star.
Of faith.
You a star.
Of truth and service.
Dang. Man, I might have to take my vote back. Is it too late?
Yep.
Too late to take my vote back?
And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States
Oh,
of
sorry,
America.
I can't work with a liberal.
I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I
Finish it off with the God bless America.
All right.
She's not a
All
godless
right.
cretin. She believes, not like me, she believes in Lord Almighty, Spirit above. Damn, they're crying. I don't like to see ladies cry. I don't like it, guys.
Bro, I don't know.
I do like to see cry.
Oh,
Goddamn media, bro.
In this
Let's
campaign,
see
and there is racial bias in this
this.
country, and there is sexism in this country.
I can't help but wonder if the American people have given up on democracy.
I hear what you're saying.
What?
And I do see it differently because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite who are hurting tonight.
If you were a 6'4" white man from Arkansas or from, Florida, do you think she would be losing by that much?
I think that we've got to be honest. Among Hispanic men and black men, there's a lot of misogyny.
There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to, and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed.
Damn.
Who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months.
It's not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy.
There's misogyny, but it's not just misogyny from white men.
Mm-hmm.
It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men.
And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time,
this motherfucker right here, Dan
one of their
Jones.
own could be seen as worthy.
Things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States.
He's just throwing whatever out there.
Pollsters, the election pollsters, blow me. I don't ever want to from you again, ever.
People who said that he was a Hitler lover weren't Democrats. They were Republicans. People who said that he was a fascist weren't Democrats. They were Republicans who worked for him.
You gotta be kidding.
Well, there you have it. All right. Well, listen. Enough talk about the past. All right. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right. Let's talk about the future. Okay. Because you might think out there, somebody watching, that all this over here is MAGA all the way, which I think Deezy is. You kind of MAGA Deezy, no doubt. I mean, nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. You got to lean MAGA.
He's been the best choice the last 3 election cycles. So
I'll agree with that. But I will say this. Trump has his problems, or he's had his problems, if we're being fair. In my opinion, the last time he was in office, he didn't pick the best people to hang out with. All right. Fam's good. Don Jr., all that. But he did not pick the best people, in my opinion, to hang out with. Picked a bunch of neocons, picked a bunch of warmongers. And by virtue of him not being one, from what I can tell, that was the only thing that stopped them from going in and starting these Syria wars and Iran wars. And, they lied to him about getting out of Afghanistan and all this crap. So, he's in an amazing position now to really do some wild shit, like good shit. Okay. He's been talking a big game, saying he's going to free these political prisoners out there. He's saying he's going to, cancel taxes at the federal level and go to tariffs. He's saying he's going to, on day one, he's made all kinds of promises to people. Okay. And they're good ones. I think they're, no Iran war, chill these, this Gaza war out. A lot of good things that he's saying. And he's got a lot of smart people around, in my opinion. This time around, he's got Elon, Vivek, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK. The list goes on. He's got a lot of smart I would say, I wouldn't call them libertarian, but I would say they're classically liberal, like you were saying, Chris, right? He's got this cadre of individuals that help him get elected. Because I think that if there's one thing I think that is truly what got him elected, it's the fact that Elon bought X and Twitter, and the flow of information is out there for people to share and to look at. I think that
they couldn't hide their shit.
They couldn't hide their shit. There's no CIA agent in the freaking server room telling what you can and cannot post. There's no Hunter Biden laptop censorship.
You see Zuck? You see Zuck today? Zuck, Bezos, and I think the Google motherfucker too.
They're all
congratulations, President Trump. We can't wait to work with you and your suck my dick.
They don't want to go to prison.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
they don't want to go to prison for and that's probably why the media was pretty soft last night. Like they weren't they were obviously mad and they couldn't be happy about the result, but
well listen, I mean,
they didn't go so far to like.
So here's the thing. It brings it all back around to my main fear right now. My only fear. It's not even that President Trump's going to get assassinated, which is a fear or something, some crazy shit, or some war breaks out or something. They do something crazy to, sabotage him in this transition. That is a fear. But my main fear is Trump himself not keeping the right people around him. That he's not going to follow through with DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and get Elon and Ron Paul to get in there and cut that thing up. He's not going to follow through on keeping things peaceful. He's not going to follow through on, all these things that he's promising. So, he's got a red road. He's got a red road paved for him, ready to just walk in and try a bunch of new things and do some really cool stuff. And he's got a bunch of really smart guys, in my opinion. He's got a bunch of really smart people around him that would make great advisors and would help him select the right people to put in the right positions. But even a week ago, he was saying how much he likes Pompeo and he thinks Pompeo's a great guy, which I'm just like, bro, no Pompeo, dude. If I'm in that room, if I'm Barron Trump, actually I'll say this. I think all of our hope must lie in the son of the father, Barron. He must tell his father to make the wise decisions of who to pick in his cabinet. So Barron, you're listening, man. I know you are. I know you're watching. It's on you, man. It's on you, bro. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Got to talk to your dad. But that's my main concern. What do you guys think? Do you think Trump's going to come in here? Is this golden age that he's talking about going to happen, or are we going to find him making the same mistakes?
I think that it's going to happen, bro. I think that we might be just living in the best of times. If we really can make America independent, bring companies back, and if he eliminated income taxes, bro, could you imagine?
Bro, just that alone would make this country. Yeah. And if they can cut the size of government, and then
if people would be, they're like, yo, I can go make money and I don't have, the government's not going to be taking fucking 30% of what I make at the end of the year all the time. And like, I can get the things that I want, which are going to be cheaper because companies are making them here, because it's cheaper for them to make them here than to pay the tariff to ship it across.
Right.
So, like,
there's some,
if he follows through on his plans, like we have a chance to really be a fucking powerhouse in 4 years.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. If he has all the, I think the House is still up for grabs, but it's looking like the House is a done deal. And the popular mandate is really the biggest thing, because in the past you would have people say like, oh, it's too close and you can't do this because then this group or whatever. But now it's like, no, like the things you said you wanted to do, replace the chair, free Bitcoin, which is my big one. That was one of my biggest. That's like my number one issue was crypto, because not just because I want to, pack my bags and sail the moon, but to me, crypto is the biggest way to fight the Federal Reserve and its, crappy monetary policy and its illegitimacy. He's saying he's gonna.
Alaska's officially called by AP now for Trump. So
it's done. And so I mean, he's got the mandate. He can wear that golden armor, swing that fiery sword, and make shit happen. And he's got the support of some of the smartest people, smartest entrepreneurs in the world that are freedom lovers,
and some of the like good politicians. Tulsi is fucking tight.
You should make her, I think, Secretary of Defense.
Dude, yeah, she was in the military. Why not?
Yeah, she's respected by. And you know what? With Tulsi, what I think is she goes on all the shows, like the military shows that I watch, like Yako's show and what's his name, Sean Ryan's show, and she's not afraid to talk about shit, and they respect her. So I mean, that's the signal I get from guys like that. If they respect her, then she would make a good Secretary of Defense, is my opinion. But we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. I'm optimistic. I just hope that he doesn't get pulled into this neocon bubble. It's like the number one. I think everybody's saying that to him too. So I'm hoping that it's not landing on deaf ears. But we'll see. I have not seen the movie, Mr. Shark. Is it worth watching? Is it? I don't mind if it's critical of Trump. I'm not. I'm not a what do you call it? I wouldn't say I'm like it's critical of him. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind that as long as it's fair. As long as it's a fair criticism.
I'd say we should watch it and maybe we'll do a little recap video.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
let's do that. We're about the hour mark. I think we're probably gonna hop off here, but I just wanted to catch up. Congrats to the main man. Cheers to Mr. Trump. Cheers to what's her name? Susan Wiles, I think is her name. She's the campaign manager with this other dude. Ran a badass campaign. So cheers to that. Cheers. And cheers to the American people. Hey, listen, if you're a Kamala supporter, you voted, and you're sad, cheers to you. You know what I'm saying? At least you're standing for something.
Agreed, bro. Agreed.
I don't know. If they told the real Biden story.
Yeah, if they told the real corruption story from beginning to end, all of it, I think people would watch it, Mr. Shark. I
mean,
think
Biden's gone through some shit. There's some weird, stuff.
He said some shit, dude. He's been a politician for his whole life, and we've had cameras for a long period of time. So he's been caught on film doing and saying all kinds of shit, dude.
I think it'd be a good tragedy, right? Because he ran for office that one time, and he got caught for plagiarism. He ran for office, and then Barack Obama comes in. Then he runs for office and he can't even finish a term. There's a movie there. Something. I don't know. But
anyway. At the end of the day, thank you guys for watching. Mr. Shark for popping in the comments. Go ahead and repost, retweet, comment, do all the things. Like, subscribe. If you're catching us on YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you're on X, give us a follow. You know what the deal is.
And you heard Kamala. All right, you got to be a star in the darkness. You're in the darkness right now. You got to shine like a star and let other people see you shine as well. So yeah, do all those things. Like, subscribe, and what else fresh?
Fuck you.